in your Edpuzzle video, you were shown how to add fractions with 10 and 100 as your denominators. You were also shown how to add money amounts. In this video, I'm going to show you how to find the sum of a decimal. So if we go to find the sum of 5/10 plus 25 hundredths, we're going to need to go through a couple steps in order to find the sum. So for step 1, we're going to want to write 5/10 plus 25 hundredths as fractions. So when we do that, 5/10 as a fraction looks like this, and 25 hundredths as a fraction looks like this. So we rewrite that as 5/10 plus 25 hundredths. Once we do that step, we notice that our denominators are not the same. We have a 10 as a denominator and 100 as a denominator. So in our previous lesson, we learned how we needed to add fractions with the same denominator. So we're going to need to change this tenths to hundredths so that we can add our fractions. So that takes us down to step 2. And when we do that, in order to turn 10 into 100, I know that 10 times 10 equals 100. So I can multiply my numerator and my denominator by 10, and 5 times 10 equals 50, and 10 times 10 equals 100. So now I have 50 100ths, and both my denominators are going to be 100. So I can rewrite 5/10 plus 25 hundredths as 50 hundredths plus 25 hundredths. And if I add those two fractions together, I'm going to get the sum of 75 hundredths. So since this is in a fraction form and our problem is started in a decimal form, we're going to need to change this fraction, 75 hundredths, back as a decimal, so that we're going to write the sum as a decimal. And if we do that, 75 hundredths looks like this. 0 in our ones place, then our decimal point, and 75 hundredths. And this is how we can add decimals to find a sum.